First priority, let's protect ourselves. Be wise. Kitu ya kwanza, kama unajua huwa unaenda nyumbani, don't have that schedule. If huwa unaenda saa 2 unatoka saa 1, change. Saa zingine tokea saa 5, saa zingine saa 4. Don't eat at one particular spot. If you are driving, don't be parking at one particular spot. And make sure always that ukitoka, let someone knows kwa unaenda wapi na unaenda kuchukua muda gani. And even while you are outside, try and have someone that you are communicating. And then secondly, let someone also, some of your family member get connected to this space, so that in case of anything, we can be able to know. Hatutaki kupoteza mtu na hatujui yako wapi. So let your family members know kwamba you are active hata katika hizi spaces. Let them know. And importantly is, please, for us to grow as movement, let's follow each other so that we can be able to grow together na wakati wote kwa tunaweza kujuana. Let's follow each other, follow the host, follow the co-host, look your left, your right, so that we can be able to build. And we have a platform as we are building the movement and building the momentum of the movement. 11/11 is real. It is not just a mere talk. We said tumechoka kuongeleshana, tumechoka kukaa kwa content creation, tumechoka kukaa sijui kwa big wigs tuambiwe sijui maprofessor, madoctors about constitutionalism while we are being killed. It is enough. We need action. So request the mic. Let's hear your opinion. Let's hear your voice and continue sharing the space. Jeffy.
Hello, bro. Fabish. Hello. Thank you for the space. Sesko, your co-hosts, every panelist here, everyone who is listening.
So before Jeff rudi online, nilikuwa nasema nimesikiza kenye mmesema, especially kumbukeni na all the other guys wenye wamesema don't fear the FBI.
Did something happen?
No, I'm actually wondering who is online and who is not. Maybe I am.
Okay, let's just check. Fabish, are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeffy, go ahead.
Thank you. My submission would be, I believe that the war that has confronted us has many fronts to be fought. And I also believe that we need numbers. That's number one. We need numbers on the streets. But in order to marshal those numbers, they need to know why they are going out. They need to get that information. They need to have that know-how, that knowledge. And I personally feel like the people that we talk about, okay, we talk about these things here on the space. Maybe there are a few of us who are elite and, walk really to the things that are happening around us. The whole of this day, we've been talking about the freedom of one Maverick, Aoko. I just saw her post. She's been released, but she's still talking in conditions of anonymity, and she says tomorrow she will be able to come and explain everything. Okay, so I just wanted to put that away because it costed a lot of our time today. Now, going forward, I've listened to Lyson talk and also listened to Sumbukeni talk. Because if this message or information is supposed to be translated down to the, rural areas, we need to have a stance. And I would, for example, ask, maybe Lyson can anaweza tuelezea vizuri anamaanisha nini when he says as currently constituted the CIA is pro Kenya.
Jeffy, kindly first, let's not be like we are just delusional. It is not even important about whether CIA. That one was just off the hook. But important, we are just talking of revolution. And when you talk of that, we need to tell people the reason why they are coming out. I don't understand. Who doesn't understand again? Who doesn't understand that people are being killed, people are being abducted, people are being kidnapped? Who doesn't understand that? Today, you saw the Supreme Court giving a very controversial ruling, watering down all the effort that we have done. So it is not a matter that is why tunasema tumeongea hizi vitu za kutosha, tukisema civic education, sijui nini. Watu hawaishi kwa mwezi. People are living in this country. Maisha sahi kila mtu imemlemea, anaona. Leo umeona watu wasingishu. Today, people in Wasingishu, kama uliona news, they came out, they were demonstrating. As currently we are talking, lecturers have down their tools. These lecturers, wanafundisha nani? So wanafundisha watoto wa Kenya. Sasa, nini tena unahitaji kudu? Unajua, hizi vitu ndio NIS wamekuwa wakipush hizi agendas za kuwa atio, sijui, let's do civic education, and then wanaanza kuturushia bills. Kila siku tunakaa tukidiscuss. Kama si shisha, tunaongea ndani, kama si nini. Please, let us just build a momentum of revolution. Every Kenyan knows that everything is scattered in this country. Things are not working. Every Kenyan knows that they are oppressed. You cannot tell me that there is a Kenyan who is comfortable.
Fabish, I actually agree with you 100%. But this is where I was coming with that. Because I would need, for example, to be told, even after we've known JP Morgan for what he stands for, what he has been accused and charged for international-wide, and Bill Gates and Melinda Foundations, why are they here in Kenya? We know what they stand for, right? That's number one. Number two, I understand when you talk about Kenyans being left alone, abductions, killings, left, right, and center. That's correct. It's like we have no toe or handholds where we can run to. The legislature has been taken over, the executive taken over. I want to remind you of something that happened last week during the hearing of Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment proceedings in court. At the same time, simultaneously, we had the house levy going on through the same proceedings. But what happened? It was constitutionalized. They said it is law. Correct? Today, what happened? When we talk about and against shift, where people are dying because there is no seamless transition from NHIF to shift, what did the courts do today? They said it is constitutional according to the act of the 2024 Finance Act that legitimizes that. So my question is this: are we really looking at the broader picture that this is not just a war that Kenya is fighting, but it's like Ruto has brought the whole of this world against Kenyans? And that's how real it is. And until you can be able to break it down to the common person, they would think it is usual business. That's where I was coming in. Personally, we are talking about 11-11. I'm ready and good for it. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Mimi sitoki tena na maji, na bendera, na nione wa Kenya wakiuliwa, and I'll be amidst that. No. That's for strategy. But it's about time. We needed either to peana nchi yetu, we forever regret about giving it away to foreigners, or we fight. But in order to fight effectively, we need the numbers. And the most numbers don't know what's going on. So that is civic education. Even what we are doing here is civic education.
Yes, now 11/11 is looming. Civic education, watu wameona, and I tell you, even the streets huwa ina pass message katika civic education, because that now will even affect more. Will affect more, because when the country is at standstill, everyone will pay attention. When they pay attention, they would want to know more what is happening. But when the country is calm, na tunaenda darasani kufundishana, we can do that for ages. We can do that for decades. Time for talk, I think, is over. It's now action. We need to start action. As we are doing civic education, government agencies are busy trying to silence the voices by threatening, by killing, abducting, kidnapping. No, because washatuzoea, washajua kwamba vile tuna react, wanatujaribu kutusukumia mambo mengi tuendelee na civic education, while wanafanya hizo vitu zote. Ile mambo tulifanya on June 25, everything literally has been brought down. So for how long do we have to continue na kusema kwamba tunafanya civic education? Tunafanya nini? It's enough. Tumefanya kutosha, watu washaelewa. Now it's time to call for action. Alvin, I see your hand is up. Then we go to the new speaker. We have Mugambi and we have Anthony.
Hello. I hope everyone can hear me. Fabish, when we look at the story of the Mau Mau and their physical resistance to colonialism, they also had a very, very important ally by the name of Achieng Oneko, who served as the legal voice for the Mau Mau and also made significant contributions to the Mau Mau cause through peaceful advocacy. Now, today, a complementary figure who embodies this role has been Faith Odhiambo, the president of the Law Society of Kenya, who has been an ally to the movement, leading important legal initiatives. Now, my question is that as we move forward with this revolution, how do you view the role of Faith Odhiambo? Do you prefer it stays as it is, or do you advise any changes to further enhance her impact? The question was to you.
Pardon, sorry, I was distracted. Kuna kitu ulikuwa najibu mtu. What are you saying again?
Okay, so let me ask it again. At least I wrote it down. So I was saying, when we look at the story of the Mau Mau and their physical resistance to colonialism, it's also important to recognize their ally, Achieng Oneko, who served as the legal voice of the Mau Mau and also made significant contributions through peaceful advocacy. Now, today, a contemporary figure who embodies this role is Faith Odhiambo, the president of the Law Society of Kenya, who has been an ally to the movement, leading important legal initiatives. So my question to you is that as you're pushing forward with the revolution, how do you view the role of Faith Odhiambo? Should it remain as it is, or would you advise her to make changes to enhance her impact?
Okay, just all that thought there. Ngoja kwanza tusikie Mugambi Anthony, and then maybe even in the submission we'll get answer. Oh, but I see Jeffy, maybe you have an answer, quick one, so that we can go to new speakers. Please, Jeffy, just 30 seconds.
Thank you. We had Bob that was abducted. and he stayed away from the public for so long. Is that correct? Then we had Boniface Mwangi, also abducted, arrested in the same way, stayed away from the public for almost 1 or 2 days. We've heard, if anything is to go by, Maverick, Aoko, 7 days without appearance in the public. And we have the LCK. And my point is this. I agree. There are so many changes that need to be done to enhance her impact in the society, Faith Odhiambo. And that is why we need civic education. And the reason why I'm saying that is, unless we come to that platform where every Kenyan becomes equal, we have a long way to go.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go to, it was Mugambi, then Anthony, then Baimungi. Baimungi Kimathi. We just mentioned your name earlier. I think
Mugambi.
you can it. Yes, Anthony. Mugambi. Go ahead, Mugambi.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy for the progress and the consistency so far. In fact, I can't say anything much other than supporting what you are saying here, for it is leaning towards the liberation that we are out for. And as you have said, and as I said in some other forums yesterday, we need to embrace war strategy. We are in a war, we are in a battle, we are fighting. And not unless you focus your fighting or your war towards winning, you better stop, because losing still, the war comes with its implications for the financing. All loss is there. What do I mean in this case is that as much as we go down to our villages to offer civic education to people wherever we are, let us also employ variant strategies towards liberating ourselves, because the government knows one strategy: demonstrations on the street. We can also converge our ideologies, our knowledge, our abilities, and then where we have got the open and clear where there is a very clear idea or deliberate breach of the law, they are there, like the abductions, because the government is responsible. We can shun away from fear and directly attack the government through the courts, so that the moment they manipulate the courts, we get another reason to fill the streets with demonstrations. We go to court, we ask the government, where is this person? Somebody is missing. It is you. The government is responsible for the rights and the protection of people and the property. The moment people are missing, the government should know. The moment people suffer gun violence, those who have got illegal firearms, cattle rustling, we petition the government in court. We vary our tactics so that we cannot be targeted, and that way we will scatter their attention towards one line of approach. Something else is reliance on the legal team that is behind us. We are a people of different professions, different communities, different ideologies. Let us channel the ideas on the basis of professional alignment, so that the lawyers can hold us the hand towards the court. The teachers can take the gospel to the students, We cannot say that this liberation will not affect, or rather will not involve the school going a lot, the students in university, in high school. It is messy. There is nothing good that these children are schooling for, not unless we involve them. We storm the government, even through schools. We channel the students on the street. In fact, we can plan, and then you have, let's say the schools around Nairobi. If you are demonstrating around Nairobi, all the schools come out. We can get connection through them, and there's nothing like rules and regulations when the government is bringing them. What will they grow up to be? Where will they get jobs when we not get them? Let us them come on the street and join us. They will not intend to shoot students in uniform. Let us camp our cities and the towns with the uniforms of high school students, university, even primary school, growing those things, burning and doing chaos until the right thing will be done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You talk of students. Tomorrow we are having a very big platform. Sesco, my co-host here, is actually one of one of our comrades, and tomorrow comrades are having a very big platform. So yes, the students are with us. We have a very good number now of students, I think, from nearly all public universities, and we'll go to technical colleges, yes, and other institutions available. That is very good. What we need now, I was expecting John Seremani and probably someone like Wallace. Maybe somebody should pass the message. And one of my good friends that he rarely is on X-Space, but we want the church now. Sababu wamekuwa wakikuwa at the backstage. Let them come out clearly now and make the stand. Kama wako na sisi, we want to see those reverend fathers donning those their clothes na kukaa mbele katika revolution. Wakati wa nyuma tukipigania multiparty, tuliona kina Reverend Timothy Njoya, you know, walikuwa full front in a vicious regime, wakiwa napigwa marungu. We would want to know those reverends of today. So yes, we have to incorporate all the sectors.
Rejoin of please, Mr. Fabis. In fact, we cannot be observing all these things happening in a country that has got so many religions, so many churches, so many preachers that believe in God. God is for justice. The church must be there. Something else that I want to point out is that because we are not always present or rather available because of our daily tasks and activities, or we are not always in this space, we can have our contacts clearly given out to each other, because I don't think we have got this book are not be forwarded by people who are fearing, by people who are hiding themselves so much. We share our contacts so that as we strategize these things, something can arise and then we call person A, person B. And for that reason, I openly give out my number. I'm Mugambi Bere. I am a resident of Meru County. That's where I live, and that's where I work, and that's where I'm born. My number is 0723.
No, just don't give. You'll DM me. You'll DM me. Don't worry. No problem. For our safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just DM me.
Okay.
Thank you so much, comrade from Meru. Yeah, now I see a lot of speakers. Please, so we will be brief, maybe 3 minutes, so that we can have as many speakers as possible. We can be able to have collective voices. By Mungi, yeah, I think you are next. Then we go to Our Lady, Elida. Then we go to Daniel.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
I hope you can all hear me. Mugambi, nimekusalimia sana. Sijui uko pande gani Meru.
Niko
Igembe. Labda nitakutafuta. Peana namba hapo kwa Fabish. Nitakutafuta.
Mutanidiama alafu tutatatana. Sasa tunakuwa na Meru wing. Thank you so much guys of Meru. Meru always we rely on you. Tunajua mumepigania nchi sana. Always you don't stand against the oppressive regime. Hata wakati wa Moi. Thank you so much guys from Meru. Sawa. Mugambi utanidiama alafu by Mungi atanidiama and then I'll connect you guys.
Sawa. Sawa. Now, there's a problem. First of all, thank you for the platform. Before I go to the problem, I want to answer Arvin. Arvin asked a very important question. Faith Odhiambo is on our side. She seems to be fighting for the constitution, defending the people of Kenya, defending civil rights, and everything else. So I would say she's on our side. I want to believe she will stay on our side all the way through. There's a video Omtata released, I think, 2 months ago, of how these people get bribed. Nowadays, they don't bribe you directly. They bribe you with a fund. They tell you this is a civil rights fund of 200 million. You can do whatever you want with it. Then that fund is channeled from the USA. The same USA are the people, the US embassy, US ambassador, is the same people who control those funds. So that's how they get bribed nowadays. Brown envelopes are for churches and small people. So I hope that when they approach Faith Odhiambo of LSK, I hope when they approach her with 200 million of a fund or 500 million, I hope she turns it down and continues to fight for us. Because as we have seen, these people will continue to do everything to take away your rights. The biggest problem we have, I think, is either in the constitution or our courts. Someone mentioned it, I think it was the other meeting. I was here, not the previous one, the one before previous. I think they said that the Kenyan courts, you don't have to prove you're right or wrong. You just need to win the argument. You see, so it doesn't matter if you go to court and you do not cite your rights properly. If you don't go and say that I have the right to protest, if you don't know that part of your civil rights, the court will not uphold your rights. That's the court system we have. So that's the thing that Faith keeps fighting for every time. Every time it's taken away, Faith is there to defend that. So I hope she keeps fighting on our side and does not take any kind of bribes. I hope that is part of an answer that can, partially answer Arvin. Now, the other bigger problem has been revealed today is upholding of the Finance Act of 2023. Now, we know there was no public participation. Nothing. If anyone here is asked if they publicly participated in that Finance Act of 2023, I know you all say you did not participate. There was no public participation, but the court has said there was public participation and it was sufficient. Which leads me to believe that the parliament, government, and whatever other machinery Ruto has put behind the scenes there's a shadow public participation group somewhere that whenever they need to do public participation, they call that group. And we can prove that with Cherargei. Cherargei today says they received 500,000 emails, and 60% of those emails were in support of extending election cycles to 7 years. We crashed the servers. I was part of advocating for that with my sister on the front lines. They sent emails, 256,000 emails, so that the server crashed at Senate. You see, so we know the 500,000 emails are fake. The other 250,000 are fake. Now, today I've been shown there was an extension of submitting those emails for public participation. Did you know there was an extension for rejecting that extension of elections? I know you don't know there was an extension. It was extended for a whole day. Now, if they extended it and they did not announce it properly through the courts and through all radio stations and TVs and everything, then it is not a valid public participation. But they are going to push it through the way they pushed through the one for impeachment, the same way they pushed for housing levy, the same way they are pushing this 2023 finance bill. So that tells us one thing. We are on our own. We are on our own, and now we have to fight back. If we do not fight back, we lose everything. And I'm saying everything because as I told you, I'm a farmer and I'm a farmer educator. and I work for the same government that I am fighting.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, you see, by Mungi, there are people in this government, I tell you, not everyone in this government is contented on what William Ruto is doing. William Ruto is selfish man. He do things according to his mind and according to his interest. So as the movement is gaining momentum, you will see a lot of fallout from this regime. What they just need is for us to do action. When we do action and consistently, you will see a lot of fallout. Many information will come out and many people are going to join us. That is 100%. Even as I'm telling you, we are receiving a lot of information. People are sending us anonymously, telling us what is happening. So some things that we speak here, we speak with authority because it is information that we are receiving. I think now we go to what's next. I have now my two co-hosts.